In this video, we will be showing how to create, share, and simultaneously collaborate on a Google document using the white paper assignment as a general example. So let's go to our Google Drive, and what we're going to do is we're going to click on New, and we're going to choose Google Docs. Once it's loaded, let's go ahead and give the document a title. So we'll just call this white paper. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to want to do is we want to share this with the rest of the people that are in our group so that we can collaborate on the documents in real time. So we can go ahead and click the share button here at the top right. And what we can do is we can search and add people to have access to their document based on their email address. So we'll just go ahead and type the email address of the people that are in our group. And so in my group, this is one of them. And there's the other one. We're going to leave this as is because we want these people to have editor access to this, and so that looks fine. And so we'll go ahead and we'll send this invite to these people. So as soon as we do that, if we were to look in the email box of the people that we just invited, we see that they have this invitation here to edit this document, which they can go ahead and open up. And so the three students are currently accessing this document, and any changes that we make will be seen pretty much in real time to the other people. Okay, so now that we have the document shared with everyone, it's time to split up the work here. So, for example, let's say that myself, I'm going to be in charge of creating the abstract. So we'll just abstract here. And we can go here and we can choose that this will be a heading. Just put some sample text here. And so while I'm working away at the abstract, one of the other people, if we switch over, we can see that they can see exactly the same changes that I've made. So let's say that that student number 2 is in charge of creating another section. So let's just say they're in charge of the problem statement. We'll just go back up here. Okay, and so we'll just start on another page here. And just like we did here, we can choose to make this a heading text, so we'll make it heading 1. And just like any other word processor, we have the ability to change font size here, and there's a bunch of different font options, so we can choose from a bunch of different font types. So, we could choose Times New Roman, whatever the specifications for the assignment might be. We also have the ability to up the font size, decrease the font size. What we can also do is we can go to Format, and we can go to line spacing, and we can choose if we want this to be a single-spaced document or a double-spaced or 1.5, whatever the specifications for the white paper assignment are. And so if we switch back over to student number 3, we can see that, okay, student 1 is working on the abstract, student 2 is working on the problem statement. And so now as student 3, I can get started on another section. So perhaps I'm in charge of the conclusion and the works cited at the end of the document, where we cite everything in proper MLA format. Okay, so let's say that we wanted to insert a photograph into our white paper here. So let's just move back to this other student here. What we can do is we can go over to a site that we can get free for use digital photos. So in this case, we're on freedigitalphotos.net. And so let's say I do a search and I find this picture that I want to use. I want to use this green calculator black pen stock photo. What we do is we can go and we can click on download here. And we have to go and accept their terms and conditions, sorry. And also we'll do, they want our email address, so we'll go ahead and we'll input that. And we'll confirm that we are not a robot. Now we can right click on the image and we can go save image as. And we'll just go ahead and we'll save it to our downloads folder here. Okay, and so we'll go back to the document here, and we'll proceed to the place in the document where we want to insert the image. And we're going to click on Insert, Image, Upload from Computer. Go to our downloads where we saved it. And we'll click Open. And so with this here, we can resize it to whatever size that we like. And since we downloaded this from a site, it's probably a good idea if we cite this properly. So what we'll do is underneath the image, we'll just put some citation info here. So we're going to start with the creator's name. So if we go back to the site here, it looks like this was done by someone that didn't provide their real name, just sort of a screen name. Let's see if we can find any further info on this person. Okay, so it looks like there isn't any further info than this, so we'll just go ahead and we'll put their name here. Next, we're going to put the title of the image. So if we go back to where we were, the title of the image is right here. So we'll go ahead and we'll copy it, and we'll go back to the document. I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste without formatting. That way it will paste just the text, but it won't have the large red font that we saw earlier. So paste without formatting. Next, we're going to do the title of the website. So the title of the website is freedigitalphotos.net. And we're going to provide the URL from the website, so we can either copy it from the page that we have open, or we can just go ahead and type it manually. And finally, we're going to input the date accessed. So March 25th, 2021. Okay, and we might want to make this citation text a little bit smaller, so we'll just decrease that. down to 8 point there. Another item that we can add to our document is a line drawing. So let's switch over to our second student here. And so this is the one that's working on the problem statement. Just move this back up to the top of the page. So let's say we wanted to insert a line drawing here. So all we do is we go to the Insert menu at the top. We'll go to Drawing, and we'll choose New. Okay, so from here we can add any number of things. We can add shapes, we can add text boxes, we can add an image. So let's say we wanted to add a shape here. And let's say we wanted to add a circle. What we can do is we can draw the circle. And it will provide us guidance as far as spacing goes, as we can see with that red line there. Okay, we can give this whatever fill color we want. And then let's say I wanted to add an arrow shape within there. And good, as we can see, this gives us a guide as far as when the second shape is in the center of the first. So we'll put it there. And we'll give this a red. And once we're finished, we can click Save and Close. And it'll insert the graphic there. And we can resize it and move it around to wherever we like here. Another item that we can insert here is we can insert a pie chart. Now probably the easiest way to do this is if we base the pie chart off some data that we put in a Google Sheets document. So what we can do to do that is we can click File, and we're going to go to New, and we're going to choose New Spreadsheet. So let's say we want to set up a very basic pie chart here. We'll just let it create here. Okay, so let's say we have some monthly costs, and we have some amounts. So let's say we have utilities, supplies, and salaries. Give these amounts of 7,000, 5,000, and 9,000 respectively. What we do is we will highlight the entire table of data. So we'll just select it all here. And what we can do is we can go to the Insert menu and choose Chart. And there we can see that based on the data that we've given it, it has created a pie chart for us. Now we can go and we can choose different chart types. We can choose pie chart, we can choose column chart, bar chart, but let's stick with the pie chart here. And so with the pie chart selected here, if we right click on it, actually what we'll do is we'll click the three dots at the top here, and we'll go to Copy Chart. And then if we go back to our white paper document, if we go to Edit and Paste, it's going to ask us if we want to link this to the spreadsheet, and yes, we want to do that, so we'll go ahead and we'll click Paste. And we can see that it's inserted our pie chart in there. And we can resize it to whatever size we like. Another item that we might want to insert into our white paper document is a Gantt chart. So what we can do is we can go back to the spreadsheet that we had to create our pie chart. And if we go to File and let's go to New, we have the ability to choose a new Sheets document based on a template. So we'll choose from Template. And we'll go to General. And if we go under Project Management here, we see that Gantt chart is an option. So we'll go ahead and we'll click on that. And we can fill this in with all of your project's relevant info. And so let's say we wanted to take a portion of this and insert it into our white paper document. What we can do is we can select the range of data that we want. So let's say we want just this first section here. Once that's selected, we can go to Edit and we can copy it. And we can go back to our white paper document and we can go to Edit and paste it. And just like we did before, we're going to link to the spreadsheet. So let's go ahead and click Paste. And we see that it's added that portion of the Gantt chart for us to have in our white paper.